Hello, wonderful people of Wisconsin. This is Andy, back at it again with another video. I'm in front of backwards Planned Parenthood. You gotta love that, right? Anyway, there's like 4 or 5 of these in Milwaukee. It's weird how they're always just focused in like the big city areas for some reason, huh? So anyway, I have a different belief. I have a belief that God is the God of creation, God of life, knew us in our womb, all of the above. That being said, these days, federally, abortion, not limited. Statewide, not limited like that. I'm a believer that people are suffering so much these days, economically, financially, they are taxed, they are oppressed, people can't prosper. And I think that's a large part of why we're getting so many abortions these days, to be honest. Because when women get pregnant, they're scared. Will their man stay with them? Will society be able to support them? Is the cost of living just so high already that they can't even imagine a world to bring children into this world? I think that's heartbreaking. I'm a believer that some people may only get one kid in life. Me and my wife, we're trying to have kids right now. And so I ask and I pray that if you see this message, that you pray for me and my wife, because we're trying to have children, and we're hoping that God will bless us with children. But at the same time, I think it's so wrong to be like advocating for life, but also not talking about how their cost of living is going up 30%. How women are just supposed to just work while also the man works, while also no one's home with the kids. All of these things. Our society is not set up to embrace family life, traditional family lifestyles and views. And so, of course, people are being pushed in fear. I can't go to college. I'm pregnant early. I can't see a world where I'll be able to afford a child. They're so expensive. How do I get $1 million to send them all the way to adulthood? These are real fears. And so if I'm your governor, my belief is that by advocating for the average man and woman, by fighting for women to be able to get a cheaper cost of life, by talking to them about and pleading with them and saying, hey, God gave you this blessing. God gave you life. Consider keeping the baby. Consider other options. I think we could actually see a rebound in how women are viewing abortion. Because right now, it's scary. It's scary if you, and I'm not a woman, but I've talked to young women. They can't afford it. They feel like it's messing up their plans. No more vacations. They can't like imagine a world. And some people might say that's selfish. But I think that nowadays, with the cost of living what it is, how people are suffering, that if we can just simply, as right-leaning individuals, if we get elected and we bring the taxes down, we bring the cost of living down, we make it easier to live, they can relax. No more anxiety, no more stress. It's an easier process. It's less complications for the baby, less complications for the mother. It's going to be a smoother process overall. And I want to see motherhood celebrated too. I'll talk about that a different day. But my viewpoint basically would be this. If I'm elected, if I'm chosen as the nominee, I will advocate for a world in which women can have a wonderful future where less taxes, less just stress overall. Women can feel better about keeping the baby naturally. Because they've heard both sides. Keep the baby pro-life. Get rid of the baby, abort. You know? I want to give them the best possible life, the best possible situation where women can choose on their own for life. And so, we could talk about bans and all that stuff. I'm not going all that way, okay? The reality is the Supreme Court already ruled in Wisconsin. The Supreme Court's already talked about it, okay? We can talk about federally. That's not happening, okay? It's just not. So at this point, I want to support women in the state the best I can. And the best way to support them is by financially making their lives easier, bringing the cost of living down, talking to them, engaging with them, telling them that there's going to be a better future, giving them hope, giving them opportunities, giving them a situation in which they feel like they can have kids and be happy about it. So that's really all I want to say on this matter.